ISIS is already the richest terrorist organization in the world, and now the group is using an enormous money flow from Middle East oil to help finance this reign of terror, by some estimates generating some $3 million a day in black market oil. Our chief business correspondent, Christine Romans, is here. I think that is astounding. $3 million a day.
It is the business model for ISIS, the business model for terror. Look, for a long time, it was financed by wealthy individuals or fundraisers around the Middle East who were getting the money for them, giving them the money to help them, their seed capital, if you will. Now they want to become self-financing. That means taking control of oil fields and selling that oil and getting the money from it. Then you can do things like pay your troops. You can give at a very low cost, sell the oil to local communities, build goodwill with them so they can have small-scale electricity generation, sell it, give it to smugglers, get it out, make a lot of money to finance your operations.
There's no ISIS gas station exactly.
No.
I mean, how do you go buy ISIS oil? Who's buying this stuff?
So it's Kurdish smugglers, Iraqi traders. So they're traders who are trading it, give it to the smugglers get it to the truck drivers get it into Turkey eventually. Some Turkish authorities, according to some of these think tanks, have actually found like makeshift plastic pipes coming across the border where this ISIS-controlled oil is getting into other countries, and it's sold on the black market. It's sold within the countries of Syria and Iraq to help build goodwill, because some of these places, they don't have any energy. It's almost the Hamas model, if you will, that you start to self-finance, get the ability to pay your troops,
and
pay
also
your people,
win over the hearts of your people,
get
too,
the
right?
money into the communities and gain power that way.
But in terms of, so if we know about this, obviously, you know, smarter minds than ours know about it as well. What is the U.S., is there anything the U.S. can do or other coalition countries can do to sort of stem the flow of this?
That's a really good question. So at this point, what the U.S. government can do, and what the Treasury Department in particular can do, they can do the first part of this financing, which is the fundraisers, the wealthy individuals, and sometimes the not-so-wealthy individuals who are raising this money and getting it back to ISIS. That means freezing the assets of these people in the U.S. and around the world. And the United States Treasury has been doing that. Several individuals over the past couple of weeks have had their own wealth targeted. So you're trying to shut down the fundraisers, if you will. That's why the self-financing part of it is just so terrifying. I mean, it looks, you know, it's almost, it's like a mafia, an oil mafia there, quite frankly, where you've got extortion, kidnappings and ransom, and then protection money. And this has been going on since before Mosul fell, where you've got ISIS taking protection money from businesses and from the oil, you know, the oil patch, basically, so that maybe they're not selling the oil sometimes on the open market, but they are paying to continue to operate, and that money goes in. And they're paying their troops with it. They're not necessarily buying armaments, by the way, because they've stolen those.
They have U.S. arms that they took
so they
over from the Iraqi army.
They need money so they can be a viable business, and that's what they're trying to do.
Right now they have a lot of it.